All right, guys. So we have a young lady here saying that men love single moms. You guys already know how I feel about single mothers if you watch my content before. If not, then you'll find out after. I'm going to let her give her spiel out. She does use the N word a lot. That's why I made this little intro on it. But let's get right to the video and hear her thoughts.
Niggas love single moms. Niggas love a good baby mama. And I don't know where we started this sentiment that men don't like women with children when I've never seen a single mom struggle to get a man or keep one. This whole idea that having children devalues you or doesn't make you a hot commodity or doesn't make you desirable or someone's first pick is a lie. It's the same thing with older women. Niggas love older women and they love single moms. Niggas might love single moms more than they like an independent woman who has her everything together. Because a man can easily find where he fits in the lifestyle or the life of a single mom. You know, nobody wants to raise children alone. It's not desirable. Women who become single moms don't set out to be single moms, at least the ones that I know. I'm not saying that there aren't some single moms that are crazy, that are reckless, that are out there who don't prioritize being a parent. I'm just saying this narrative for all single moms needs to be discarded. It's simply not true. Just how they try to prove to you, a woman past 30 over 30, it's all a bunch of lies. It's all things literally to make you feel insecure as a woman so that you have to settle for the bottom of the barrel. You can only take scrapings. It's literally a conditioning of your mind to make women think that you're not as desirable as you age and you're not as desirable with kids, so you might as well pick me. It's literally so niggas can get you. It's so that you will lower their standard to be with them, because by telling you that you're not a top priority or you're not the number one pick, it's all a bunch of baloney. You've always been a top pick. You will always continue to be a top pick. And anything else that they're telling you is a bunch of lies, it's a bunch of baloney, and it's not true. So that's my 2 cents. They're lying to you. Don't believe them, girl.
All right. So I think I lost a couple brain cells listening to her, but let's try to unpack this, right? So she's telling baby moms that it's okay to be a baby mom. She's telling women that it's okay to be a baby mom and, a single mom, and that, you still can be some guy's first pick and this, that, and the third. You're still just as valuable as a woman who's not a single mom. And to me, no. Any man of value, and that's the key here, men of value. She keeps saying the N word, but we're gonna try to change that to her just talking about men. But it's definitely a difference. But when it comes to men of value, you're not gonna be his first choice. Yeah, some simp will be out here and will be willing to come into your life and save you, and try to take care of your kid and let the kid disrespect them and let you tell him that you can't discipline him because you're not his father and all that stuff. There will be some guy to do that, but most men who are smart and have more than a 12 IQ, he's not going for that. I'm sorry to tell you. So if you are a woman and you are a single mom, it doesn't mean that you're just completely worthless. Some guy will, get with you, but it's not going to be that top tier guy that you want. I'm sorry. It's just not going to be that, because he has better options. So your value is a little bit lower than a woman who is not a single mom. And yeah, if you are older woman over 30, there are going to be women who are more physically attractive than you, that are younger and have less bodies, have less mileage, all things that men care about, by the way. Basically, she's trying to tell women how men think, and that never goes right when a woman tries to give other women advice on certain things, especially relationship advice. And then you're basically saying that men should be okay with this, right? That men should see single moms just as valuable, when it's not the case, man. We see guys becoming stepdads and it ends up ruining their lives so much that, to me, I tell young guys all the time, avoid single moms at all costs. Like, yeah, if you want to, be mommy's little friend and, come over when the kids sleep from time to time, that's one thing, right? But when it comes to trying to play stepdad and, be in that woman's life, I think that if you are a younger guy, then you should probably try to find a woman that doesn't have kids. That's going to just be better for you. Less baggage, less trauma. You don't got to worry about the dad. You can have your own kids with her. There's so many benefits to not being with somebody else baby mama. It just doesn't make sense to do it unless you are older. Like if you're an older guy, you're like 35 plus and you want a woman that's actually your age mate, like someone in your age range, then yeah, you might have to be a little bit more accepting of her probably have had a kid or two in her 20s, or if you got kids, you may want to consider that. But even then, if you're a man of value, I would say go for a woman that doesn't have kids and just go with the younger woman, right? Because it's always going to be a better deal. Like I said, less baggage. They are more value. Men value purity. We would rather have the girl that hasn't been touched than the girl that has been touched by 20, 30 guys. Men would rather that. So when women with tongue tattoos, the little nose piercing, when they come on the internet and they talk about stuff, to me, I love it because I can come on here and I can give y'all my opinion and tell you that I think she's very stupid and all that stuff. So to me, I love it, but I hate that it's other women that will listen to this, like the post, comment on it. So most of these comments I see kind of men telling her that she's wrong and giving her some statistics and stuff like that. Oh, I just scrolled on her thing. Hold on. Let me see. One guy said, no man wants to marry a single mom as first choice. Same with the older women. They want a young woman who doesn't have kids and doesn't have experience with other men. Like I would think that would be common sense, but these women are so far removed from common sense and they just focused on how they feel and I want to be a girl's girl and I want to tell every girl that it's okay. It's okay to be a hoe. It's okay to be a 4-time baby mama. Some guy's still gonna find you valuable. Like, I don't know. And they feel like they should be equated with people that make good choices. It's like, I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with people feeling like they better than somebody. If you're a woman and you've made good choices in life, you're not a 4-time baby mama, you are better than the woman that has made those bad choices. Same for men. Like if you made good choices, you stayed out of jail, you did this and that and the third, you work on your body, you are better than the guy that's been doing crime his whole life, just sits on the couch, eats McDonald's all day and plays video games all day. You are better than that person because you make better choices. We are all born equally. After that, that's when it stops. Whatever your personal choices you made in life, that counts for something. Another guy says statistics shows that single mothers are 30% less likely to get married, and I certainly wouldn't raise my daughter to think having a child to someone she isn't going to be with long term is smart. Exactly. Like, you don't want to be telling these young women that it's okay to be a single mom. Like, no, you want these women to understand that don't make these bad choices. There are ways to avoid being a single mom. She said every woman doesn't plan to be a single mom, but some women kind of do with the choices that they make. There are ways that you can avoid being a single mom, and one is stop having sex out of wedlock, and making sure that guys will actually marry you before you decide to lay down, and at least before you have sex raw and let the dude do his thing inside of you. Like, there are things that you can do to make your chances of being a single mom very much less likely. And also the type of guy you pick. Women always love to talk about their intuition and they be knowing stuff, but you wait till after y'all done had the kid and he left you to say he ain't shit and he broke and he this, that, and the third. This the same dude that you laid down and let him have raw sex with you, right? And of course, under that, she's saying, and only 36 of black men are likely to get married. That's not our problem. That's the woman problem. At the end of the day, women give access to sex, men give access to marriage and relationships. So if we aren't getting married, that's something that y'all should be worried about. That's not necessarily something that we should be worried about. Fellas, if she starts off the video calling us the N-word, red flag, red flag. Yep. You right. This ain't what you want. Have a good day. Yeah, we're going to avoid you, shorty. Nah, men prefer our own families. LOL, that's common sense. Maybe you do, but that doesn't mean you still wouldn't go for a single mom. Like, yeah, if that's your only choice, if your only choice is a single mom, of course you're gonna date a single mom. Someone saying independent women who are childless will forever be top tier. If you're a single mom, just prioritize your kids and focus on your kids. And you may need to get back with your baby daddy. That is also a solution. If he wasn't beating you, if he wasn't mentally or physically abusing you in any form, then like if he just broke, you might need to just get back with him, and hopefully he changes and decides to get his money up, put a battery in his back, encourage him to do better in life. If men really wanted single moms, why are they still single? Why didn't the child's father stay around? And that's something I be telling guys, like, you're going to find out why he left. You're going to find out why he left if you get with that single mom. And I know it's going to be the same guys that's always caping under my comments for the single moms because your mom was a single mom. Look, we got to be able to remove ourselves from the situation and our personal experiences, because a lot of us have single moms, but we understand that if we had a 2-parent household our whole lives, like I've seen both sides of it. From age 0 to 13, I had 2 parents household. My father died, and then I had a single mom. And I'll tell you, things would have been a lot better. My life would have been a lot smoother had I had always still had a 2-parent household. They love everyone, not a flex. Who cares? Yeah, I feel like that's subjective. I mean, the end of the day, if a man can smash, he's gonna smash. It's not really about the woman's relationship status. It matters when we see what women or guys taking seriously, and that's going to be the ones who are less touched, the lower body counts, less baggage, and less mileage. But let me know what you guys think about this video down in the comments below. As always, love y'all.